is no contest for them. They rank in the top 3 in scoring, top 5 in offensive rebounding. James Harden's averaging 38 points a game, 8 assists, and 2 steals. Russell Westbrook, he's also pounding the stat book. 24 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals. Of course, big Clint Capella, 14 points a game, 14 rebounds, and 2 blocks for him. Now, Houston ranks in the top 3 in home scoring as well. Top 5 in home offensive rebounding. And just for the record, they are 23-11 straight up overall for the year. 12-4 straight up at the Toyota Center. And they rank in the top 10 in defensive field goal percentage at home. Really getting the job done on both ends of the court as of late. Now, Houston, 5-4 to the under in their last 9. Ironically, I think those markets are over-adjusting on the total a lot with this Houston team. They're also 19-15 to the under overall for the year. So I know immediately a lot of folks will think over when it comes to Houston. But keep in mind, the line makers, the odds makers, they have been over-adjusting for that. Philadelphia, on the other side, 2 out of their last 3 stayed under the total. They're also 10-8 to the under when traveling. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean Houston -4.5 in the under 225.5 in that contest. Next game, Knicks taking on the Suns, 9 o'clock Phoenix. The Suns are the 7-point favorite, total at 225. We saw a 1-point move toward Phoenix and movement upward on the total. The Suns opened 6, up to -7. Total opened 224, up to 225. 53% are leaning Phoenix, 59% shaded toward the over. And right now the Knicks are plus 230 on the money line. Now, if you like the Knicks in this matchup here, it is going to be tough sledding for you. They just can't score. They rank in the bottom 3 in scoring, bottom 3 in offensive field goal percentage. They're also really struggling on the road this year. No real surprises there. Winners in just 5 out of their 17 road games. They're 10-24 straight up overall for the year. Just really a bad basketball team, not playing quality basketball right now. And on the other side of the court, they rank in the bottom 3 in defending the 3 ball. So, other teams having their way from downtown. They're also in the bottom 3 in road scoring. Payton and Smith are questionable. Bottom 3 in road offensive field goal percentage. Bottom 3 in road defensive rebounding. Now, Phoenix on the other side, they've had their struggles this year, but they've won 2 out of their last 3. They also went 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games. Scoring points isn't an issue. They rank in the top 10 in scoring, top 3 in free throw percentage, very good from the stripe. Devin Booker's averaging 25 points a game, 7 assists. Kelly Oubre, 18 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 steals. And of course, DeAndre Ayton, in his very small limited action, he was suspended for, I think it was the first 25 games of the year, but he's making an immediate impact. 15 points a game, 12 rebounds, and 2 blocks for DeAndre Ayton. Now, Phoenix, they rank in the top 5 in home scoring, top 10 in home offensive field goal percentage. Like I said, scoring points is no issue for them. And as a matter of fact, they're averaging 117 points per contest on their home court. Rubio and Kaminsky are listed as questionable, so keep an eye on those guys. But when it comes to this total, 2 out of Phoenix's last 4 did stay under the number. So, once again, another case of the markets, I think, maybe over-adjusting at times. Meanwhile, we're looking, I guess, at a New York team, who's 4-1 to the under in their last 5 as well. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean toward the home chalk in this one. Give me Phoenix -7 and the under 225 in that game. All right, next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Pelicans taking on the Lakers. 10:30 Eastern tip-off in Los Angeles. The Lakers are the 10.5-point favorite, total at 225. We saw a half-a-point fade of the Lakers and movement downward on the total. Los Angeles open 11 down to -10.5. Total open 226 down to 225. 61% are leaning Lakers, 66% shaded toward the over. And right now the Pels are plus 510 on the money line. Now they're catching a lot of plus money for a team that's starting to heat up a little bit. The Pelicans are 4-0 straight up in their last 4 games. 5-1 against the spread in their last 6. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Well, they're probably just beating up on bad teams. No. During that stretch of 4 victories, they have outright wins against Houston, Indiana, and Denver. So keep that in mind. They're beating good teams right now. They rank in the top 10 in scoring, top 5 in shooting the 3 ball. They're averaging 112 points per contest. And Brandon Ingram, he's averaging 25 points a game, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Drew Holiday, 20 points a game, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals. And, of course, J.J. Redick, the sharpshooter from downtown, he's averaging 15 points a contest and 3 rebounds. Now, obviously, the Pels, they rank in the top 5 in shooting the 3-ball on the road. They're also in the top 10 in road offensive rebounding. So certainly if all the big guys for the Lakers end up playing, well, they don't have to crash the boards and bang them in the paint. They can shoot from downtown and pick them apart that way. Now, when it comes to this Lakers squad, they're excellent. I get it. They're a great team. But they've really struggled to cover that point spread as of late. They failed to cover in 7 out of their last 9. They failed to cover against the likes of Phoenix and Atlanta during that stretch. They rank in the bottom 5 in offensive free throw percentage, really struggling from the stripe. And they're 18th in home offensive rebounding. So they are human. I know they're really good, but there are certain areas where you can certainly expose, especially if you're playing a team plus the points. Now, total-wise, the Lakers are 6-2 to the under in their last 8. They're also 10-6 to the under at home. One more thing I failed to mention, Davis and Caruso are listed as questionable for the Lakers. Now, New Orleans on the other side, 6 out of their last 7 stayed under the total. I'm actually going to lean toward the road dog in this one, covering the point spread. Give me the Pelicans plus 11 after buying the half a point and the under 225 in that game. All right, guys, let's go ahead and slide into our quick pick recap. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where once again we went 3-2 for our 3rd straight day yesterday on that website. I like the Pelicans plus 11 under 225, Phoenix minus 7 under 225, Houston minus 4.5 under 225.5, Washington plus 6 over 236, Miami minus 2 over 208, and last but certainly not least, I like Boston minus 12 and the over 223 in that game. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage. Shout out to Jim Tazzies, Paul Lissy, Sonny Lanos, Daniel Blackwood, AC Michelin, Tanoy Clark, Joji Agag. Shout out to Josh Benedict, Diana Loves Makeup, J2 Young, Square 707 Steam. Shout out to Overton Span, CTAC 98, Sean Mejias, Dorian Owens, Aunt Ruga, Trey T, and last but certainly not least, got to give a shout out to my good friend Julian Garcia. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where once again we went 3-2 yesterday in our premium picks on that website for the 3rd straight day in a row. Our hot package right now is the board member package. We're 5-1 in our last 6 board member package plays. Now keep in mind, we don't do a board member package play every single day. So that is over the course of the last 6 weeks. We are 5-1 in our last 6. We're also 6-2 in our last 8 crowd pleaser teasers. Those are 2 separate packages on that site. And for more information, you can certainly click that link in the description section below. Now, a lot of folks will say, hey, why would I subscribe to your Patreon page when you just gave me the entire slate for free? And I understand that. That's a great question. So, like I said, what we do here on Patreon is what we do here on YouTube is we handicap every single game on the board, both the side and the total. Now, if you were to bet your hard-earned money on every single game, side and total, you are guaranteed to lose in the long run. And as a matter of fact, you're probably going to end up losing in the short run. It's just way too many games. The math is against you. The books are way too smart. They're way too sharp. So what we do on Patreon is we really narrow it down and focus in on 3 to 4 premium selections per day. They're games that I personally have action on. They're high percentage selections. And I'll tell you this much. My current record on Patreon is a whole lot better than it is handicapping every single game on the board, side and total, like I do here on YouTube. Pretty much throwing darts. So anyway, if you want to check out my current record, you can do that for free right now. All you got to do is click the link in the description section below. Once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into our Spanish edition, also known as Edición en Español. Yo tengo New Orleans con puntos y los bajos, Phoenix menos 7 y los bajos, Houston menos 4.5 y los bajos, Washington con puntos y las altas, Miami menos 2 y las altas, y final Boston menos 12 y las altas. All right, guys, I gotta thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Friday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you on patreon.com/BrockPage.